similar occasion earlier also. In the practice of this House is that clarifications are sought and given when there is a suo motu statement. This is a motion which has been debated for over 11 hours. Now, amendments have been moved. Those who have a point of view on the motion, on the Rashtrapati Ji's address, have moved amendments. So, what is your point now?
Sir, you are very well versed with international diplomacy as well, not only our parliament's practices.
This is not international diplomacy.
Not only the parliament's practices, also within. When the names are taken, they have the legitimate right to reply.
You do that.
No,
Look,
otherwise,
I have gone into this.
Sir, please. Otherwise, the Honorable Prime Minister could have replied to the issue. When names are specifically taken, why don't you allow us to even clarify?
No, but that will become an endless debate.
How can it be? How can
it will become an endless debate. The practice of this House, I have checked carefully, except on one occasion in recent times, no interventions have been allowed.
Sir, I've been asked a question saying, where did I get these figures from? No, honestly.
I think you replied to the Honorable Prime Minister.
No, it's page number 66 of the revenue budget. I want the Honorable Prime Minister to note, page number 66 of the revenue budget, this whole chart is there.
All right, you have now replied to him.
Therefore, don't talk
you have now replied to him.
That is wrong.
Now let us get on with the amendments. I shall now put the amendments which have been moved to vote. Amendments number 72 to 81.
Now, amendment numbers 72 to 81, 94 and 95, 111, 124 and to 126 and 170 and 171 by Sri Radhibadro Banerjee. Now, Radhibadro Banerjee, are you withdrawing the amendments? Are you withdrawing the amendments? You are not withdrawing the amendments. So, okay, he is not withdrawing the amendment. He is not withdrawing. Then I shall now put the amendments numbers 72 to 81, 94 and 95, 111, 124 to 126 and 170 and 171 to vote. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. No. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. Amendment numbers 72 to 81, 94, 95, 111, 124, 126 and 170, 171 are negative. Now, amendments numbers 137 to 149 by Sri Motilal Vora. Sri Motilal Vora ji, are you withdrawing the amendments?
No.
You are not withdrawing the amendments. Yes. Vora ji have not withdrawn the amendments. Therefore, I shall now put the amendments
If I get the
numbers
assurance,
137 to 149.
no, if I get the assurance from the minister, if I get the assurance from the minister, the amendment I have moved.
Pardon?
If I get the assurance from the minister, from the government, that the amendment moved by me are to be taken care.
Will be taken care?
Yes.
Okay, if the minister...
Yes.
that is amendments 137, whether you will take care of them. Can you explain? Can you say what you want?
It is sufficient.
Can you explain? Can you explain?
I can read.
No. What you kindly explain? What do you want the government to do in this?
I want the amendment which has been
moved
by me are to be fulfilled.
No. Amendment.
Yes, this I want.
No.
If I get the assurance, then I can withdraw.
No. The point is. No. With regards to amendment, either we have to accept or reject. That's the only way. But you say the contents of the amendment.
I'm quoting. I'm quoting now.
No, you say the specific issue. Okay, बोलिए.
छत्तीसगढ़ की रायपुर धनतरी रेल लाइन में जो नहर है उसे ब्रॉड गेज में परिवर्तित किए जाने का कोई उल्लेख नहीं है। अभी भाषण में छत्तीसगढ़ की दिल्ली राजरा रावघाट जगदलपुर रेल लाइन जो पिछले 20 वर्षों से अधिक समय से अधर में लटकी हुई का उल्लेख नहीं है। अभी भाषण में आर्थिक
Okay,
विषमता
okay. So, something is mentioned, Chhatrapur railway lines, he wants some conversion.
The amendment moved by him, I'll certainly bring it to the notice of the rail minister
Yeah.
so that he gives the due consideration.
Okay. So, finance minister has said that it will be brought to the consideration of the honorable railway minister, so the railway minister will give consideration. Okay. Yeah. On that assurance, it is withdrawn.
Okay.
Yeah. So, amendment withdrawn. Now, amendments numbers 152 to 169 by Sri D. Rajya. Sri D. Rajya, are you withdrawing or?
Sir, I am not withdrawing.
Ah.
In the reply given by Prime Minister, he has not addressed some of the fundamental issues which I have raised in my amendments. For instance, repeal of sedition law, on the issue of increasing atrocities on Dalits.
So what do you want?
On the question of women reservation.
Therefore-
on several questions Prime
Okay,
Minister has
therefore-
not addressed. So I am moving these amendments.
You are moving the amendments. Yes. Amendments are not withdrawn. It is moved. So I shall now put the amendments numbers 152 to 169 to vote to the House. Those in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. Amendments are negative. Amendment numbers 275 to 278 by Dr. Pradeep Kumar Balmuchu. Dr. Pradeep Kumar Balmuchu, are you withdrawing or
I'm here, sir.
are you withdrawing?
Are we doing, sir?
You are withdrawing.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Now, amendments are withdrawn. No, oh, sorry. Yeah. Yes, no, one second. Now, for withdrawing, we need the leave of the House. I hope the House agree for his withdrawal. Yeah. The amendments are withdrawn. Now, amendment numbers 279 to 282 by Sri Avinash Pandey. Sri Avinash Pandey, are you withdrawing? Are you withdrawing the amendments? Yes. Has he leave the House or the leave of the House to withdraw the amendment? Yes. Amendment withdrawn. Now, amendment numbers 285, 297 by Sri Hussain Dalwai. Sri Hussain Dalwai, are you?
Sir, I am withdrawing the amendments.
Yes. Has he leave of the House to withdraw the amendments? Yes. Amendment numbers 298 to 304 by Srimati Renuka Chowdhury. Srimati Renuka Chowdhury.
Sir, I withdraw. I withdraw my amendment.
Yes. She is withdrawing. Has she leave the House or the House to withdraw the amendment? Yes. Amendment withdrawn. Amendment numbers 305 by Sri Ghulam Nabi Azad. Sri Ghulam Nabi Azad.
Sir, I am not withdrawing, I am moving this amendment.
You are moving the amendment.
I speak right now. I would
You want to
like-
say something about that?
Yes, I
Okay, you can say. Okay.
सर ये जो अमेंडमेंट है जिसके बारे में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने उसका उल्लेख किया मेरा नाम लेकर, लेकिन मेरे प्रधानमंत्री जी के उस बात पर जिस पर उन्होंने उल्लेख किया बहुत ही निराशाजनक था कि उन्होंने कहा कि क्वालिफिकेशन बहुत ज़रूरी है, अनपढ़। उन्होंने कहा कि जब मैंने अपनी स्पीच में कहा था तो मैं प्राइम मिनिस्टर, मैं दूसरे किसी बड़े पूंजीपति से ये एक्सपेक्ट कर सकता था, लेकिन माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी हर वक्त कहते हैं मैं नीचे से आया हूं, निचले तबके से आया हूं, बहुत गौरव की बात है। लेकिन वो ये कहें कि पंचायतों में जो लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन ने सब्जेक्ट उठाया है वो गलत है और नीचे की सतह पे पंचायत की लेवल पे वो अनपढ़ हैं इसलिए उनको वोट देने का हक नहीं है, ये गलत बात है। यही और क्या कहा सर?
वोट के लिए कभी नहीं उन्होंने कहा, वोट के लिए नहीं कहा,
यही कहा
वो शिक्षा के प्रति उन्होंने कहा कि शिक्षित होना चाहिए, लेकिन वोट के लिए नहीं कहा। Don't
सर
decide.
सर माय अमेंडमेंट इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में 73rd कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में आए, उसमें राजीव गांधी जी ने 33% रिजर्वेशन वुमेन के लिए रखी, लेकिन जब से हमारा संविधान बना है पंचायत से लेकर राष्ट्रपति तक एमपी एमएलए के लिए कोई एजुकेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन निर्धारित नहीं की गई है। और जब बीजेपी की राजस्थान की गवर्नमेंट ने और हरियाणा की बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट ने ऑर्डिनेंस इशू किया और पंच और सरपंच के लिए एजुकेशन निर्धारित की 8वीं क्लास और 10वीं क्लास, जिसके चलते सबसे ज्यादा जो नुकसान हुआ वो हमारी बहनों का हुआ, चाहे वो बहनें किसी कास्ट की, किसी रिलीजन की, किसी कम्युनिटी की, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा नुकसान जो हमारी दलित बहनें थी, बहु बेटियां थी, बैकवर्ड थी, अल्पसंख्यक थी या मेजॉरिटी कम्युनिटी की थी, अपर कास्ट की, जो नहीं पढ़ी थी, वो उससे पंचायत में पंच और सरपंच में इलेक्शन हिस्सा नहीं ले पाई, जिसकी वजह से कई जगह महिलाओं की जिला पंचायत में पंच और सरपंच की खाली रही। इसलिए चिंताजनक है। चिंता, आप रिकॉर्ड निकालिए, दो दफा आपके स्टेट में इलेक्शन करना पड़ा, आपको दुनिया का पता नहीं है। इसलिए ये मेरी अमेंडमेंट है कि इसमें सरकार को ये हिस्सा होना चाहिए हमारे राष्ट्रपति जी के भाषण का, और सरकार को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अमेंडमेंट लानी चाहिए, उनको वोट देने का हक होना चाहिए। सो आई मूविंग द मोशन।
So now,
And I seek the cooperation of all opposition parties.
Sir, we have to put the record straight. This is not an amendment by Parliament of
Election
India. This is done by...
वोट देने की बात नहीं करता, इलेक्शन लड़ने का।
सुनिए,
इलेक्शन वोट देने का नहीं, इलेक्शन लड़ने की इजाजत नहीं है।
संशोधन जो लाया,
इलेक्शन लड़ने की
मेरा संशोधन केंद्र सरकार ने लाया नहीं है।
नहीं है।
राष्ट्रपति जी यहाँ पार्लियामेंट के सामने जो है इन विषयों के बारे में, देश के सामने विषयों के बारे में बोला। जो कानून श्री गुलाम नबी जी जिक्र कर रहे हैं वो कानून स्टेट्स का है। स्टेट्स ने कानून पारित किया, बाद में कोर्ट ने उसको अपहोल्ड किया। 33% रिजर्वेशन में कोई कमी नहीं है, कोई कमी नहीं है। यथार्थ स्थिति उनको भी मालूम है। इसलिए मेरा प्रार्थना यह है, थोड़ा कृपया इसको इंसिस्ट मत करिए। स्टेट्स का भी अधिकार है, लेजिस्लेचर का अधिकार है, फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर।
Sir, I have a...
Ghulam Nabi ji, सुनिए, Ghulam Nabi ji, सुनिए, Leader of the House. Yeah.
Sir, I have a serious point of order.
Yeah.
The amendment proposed by the Honorable Leader of Opposition, under the rules, it comes as a motion. This motion cannot be permitted by this House under the rules, because the motion itself is invalid. So if you take the Constitution, 7th schedule, list 2, state list,
7th schedule list.
entry 5. And I'll invite a ruling from the chair whether matters squarely covered by the state list can be even put to vote in this House. List 2, state list, entry 5, local government, that is to say the constitution and powers of municipal corporations, improvement trusts, district boards, mining settlement authorities and other local authorities for the purpose of local self-government or village administration. Therefore, laws relating to village administration and panchayat, who can contest, who cannot contest, are squarely, even as per the 73rd Amendment, read with list 2, entry 5, squarely in the domain of the state legislature. Now kindly look at the rules of procedure, Rule 238. Rule 238, Sub-Rule Roman 3. A member while speaking shall not, you cannot refer to any expression, anything that goes on in the state legislature. Therefore, the jurisdiction of this House is not to discuss any matter which has been approved by the state legislature and which is squarely covered under list 2 of the Constitution. Panchayats and its administration is squarely a list 2 subject, a state legislature subject, and this House constitutionally has no jurisdiction to pass a resolution on any law which is squarely within the domain of the state government, and therefore this motion cannot be allowed.
Not valid. The objection raised by the leader of the House is not valid. Once again. After me. Money was. I've started, I'm not the chair. Ask him. Why are you pointing fingers at me?
Please proceed.
You ask him. Then,
Please proceed.
whom is he permitting?
Okay, please, you say.
Sir, I don't think this is. Right, sir. Number one, what we are discussing now is an amendment to the motion of thank that has been moved in this House. It is an amendment to that motion. It is not a resolution. So it doesn't fall under the purview of anything that's been quoted so far. Number two, we have said that our constitution is premised on the basis of universal suffrage. Universal adult suffrage. Universal adult suffrage means beyond a date that we decide. 21 earlier, now 18. Anybody who is a voter can also contest elections. If the states have some position, let them. The matter is actually under judiciary's consideration. Now, the matter that the amendment here moves is that regret that the address does not mention. That is the relevant part. Okay. The relevant part is not everything else that concerns of what the leader of the House has said. Regret that the address does not mention.
Okay.
And that is the point.
I got the point.
And therefore, I am saying that does not stand.
So will you please give me leave to answer
How
the
to be
minister?
put to vote? Every state legislature in India will have a jurisdiction to pass resolutions with regard to proceedings and laws made by Parliament. Federalism goes for a 6.
This is not the right House to move such a resolution. If the Mr. Ghulam Nabi wants, he should go to the state.
It's not a resolution. It's not a resolution.
This House.
Sir, I'm sorry to say, this is not a resolution. This is just only that there's no mention of such an important thing in the Rashtrapati speech. This is only mention. This is totally different what the leader of the House and you are saying. No, this is not a resolution. Resolution, yes, but this is not a resolution. This is just, but to regret. Let me read, sir, what I am saying. But regret that address does not mention the government is committed to securing the fundamental right of all citizens to contest election at all levels, including panchayats, to further strengthen the foundation of the democracy. So this is totally different. This is not a resolution.
Yeah, that is okay. Okay. Yes. Anything new you want to say? Anything new?
Sir,
Yeah. Anything new?
Mr. Deputy Chairman, sir, if the fundamental point made by the leader of the House is valid, then how is it that this House took up the amendments to the Constitution which eventually came to number 73 and 74. If it is not possible under our Constitution for Parliament to discuss Panchayati Raj, please let me understand how it is that Parliament not only took it up in 1989, it resumed the discussion in 1991, it set up a joint parliamentary committee to go into, on the one hand, the 73rd Amendment, on the other hand, the 74th Amendment. Then it took into account the amendments that were proposed by these two committees. And then this House, on the 23rd of December, 1992, with only some members voting against, very few members, the rest of the House quasi-unanimously passed the 73rd and 74th Amendment. How can it be that we are not allowed to discuss Panchayati Raj in this House, despite the fact that it is there at entry 5 of list 2? Furthermore, sir, I would draw the attention of the Leader of the House to the entry relating to economic and social planning, which is in the concurrent list. Because it exists in the concurrent list, and because the main purpose of the Constitution Amendments 73 and 74 was to give the panchayats and the local bodies authority to deal with economic and social planning, that it was permitted. This has not been challenged. I am not challenging the right of a state legislature to make or amend a law. I am challenging the right of that state to so make it as to prevent 83% of the SC women who won the last Haryana election from even standing this time.
Please,
This is the injustice we are ending up against.
Now,
And we are therefore entitled to draw the attention to this government and the party that runs this government, that their colleagues in Haryana and Rajasthan are grossly discriminating against women on International Women's Day. I find it impossible to understand how Mr. Jaitley can
take your seat. Take your seat.
purpose for which we are attempting to move.
Okay,
this.
now let me.
Sir, I think it is elementary. The 73rd Amendment prescribed a constitutional process for constitution of panchayats and the manners in which the panchayats will function.
No, please don't interrupt.
Article
Don't interrupt.
243K provided for elections to panchayats to be regulated by the State Election Commission in accordance with laws made by states. Therefore, the Constitution Amendment, please, the Constitution Amendment itself permitted.
No, please.
The Constitution Amendment itself permitted so, and therefore the Constitution Amendment did not change the constitutional entries that panchayat suddenly moves from being a state subject to a central subject. Now, this is a resolution which is a motion of thanks to the President. If the Leader of Opposition wants an amendment to the motion of thanks, by adding a para to it, it becomes a part of the resolution. What he wants us effectively to do is, sir, without reading it in a rhythm, if you say, the motion says by Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad, at the end of the motion, the following be added. You want an addition to the motion. The addition that you want is that in matters which are governed by the state list, so tomorrow this House will start passing resolutions. The Tamil Nadu Assembly has decided this, the West Bengal Assembly has decided this. That is not within the domain of this House. And let me tell Mr. Sitaram Yechuri, the right to contest an election nowhere in India is a fundamental right. Let's be very clear. You can use it in a normal parlance. It's a right which is regulated by statute. And therefore, the statute fixes an age at which you can contest an election. The statute fixes the qualifications and the disqualifications. And therefore, a statute itself is competent. And in the case of panchayats, that legislation has to be made by the states. I don't think it is within the competence and in accordance with federal politics that central parliament should comment upon laws made by a state legislature.
Now, yes, Ashwini Kumar, yes. After that, I'll have to give my ruling.
May I just say,
After that-
the Leader of the House has used the argument, which is of course available to him as a lawyer and he knows that that although the right to contest an election may not be a fundamental right, the purport of the motion moved by the leader of the opposition or the suggestion that the presidential address should contain the particular paragraph is to reiterate the constitutional imperative of political democracy, which is negated by the fact that if this particular amendment is stand
by the Supreme Court.
One moment.
That law has been upheld by the Supreme Court.
The leader of the House, the leader of the House knows the Supreme Court judgment, as do I. The purport today in this House of this amendment to the address is that that law in effect negates the entire basis of the Constituent Assembly debates in which Mr. K.T. Shah
has been the law minister. Tell me,
yes,
can the Haryana legislature pass a resolution saying the central law is bad? Are we going to allow federalism that the UP Assembly passes a resolution against a parliamentary law and we pass a resolution against the UP Assembly?
It has never been.
Is it conceivable?
It has never been the style of the distinguished leader of the House. It has never been the style of. It has, Mr. Chairman, it has not been the style so far of the distinguished leader of the House to interrupt a mortal member. But may I just say this? Please go to the substance of what is sought to be done. What is sought to be done is to draw attention of the country and of the government to the fact that if these amendments by Haryana and Rajasthan are allowed to become the norm, the substantial basis of political democracy goes. Therefore, the idea is, if this is amended, if this is incorporated in the President's address, this becomes the basis of a...
That law is bad, please challenge that law. You can't get a central legislature to pass a resolution against a state legislature.
Declaring a law good...
And I fail to understand that the left parties, which have been champions of federalism, should now want the central parliament to pass such a resolution.
Let me give my ruling.
Now, I'm telling you, sir.
Let me take a decision.
If the assembly says Muslims are disenfranchised,
this is wrong.
Disenfranchised.
Let me.
Are we to keep quiet?
I got it.
No, you please understand. Ask him to answer. What is that?
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Let me say.
Federalism.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
No,
Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir.
No mention of Muslim or Hindu.
Mr. Chairman,
minorities.
Mr. Chairman,
If they want to disenfranchise
Mr. Chairman, sir.
All right.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
are we going
Now
to
leave it to me. Now leave it to me. I have to take a decision anyhow.
Sir, what are they arguing here?
I hear you.
Before you give a final ruling, I would like to draw your attention to my limited knowledge of law and understanding of the People's Representation Act and the Local Bodies Act. Also, having worked as rural development minister for some time. Ashwini, please.
Yeah, please. Now your chance is over.
Sir, my point is, you are moving an amendment to Presidents of India's, the motion of thanks to President of India. That means practically you are saying that the center has failed. The center has failed to encourage democratic participation of the poor and marginalized without imposing educational or any other limitation on the right to contest elections. Sir, what I am saying is, center has no role in this at all, as far as this is concerned. It's in the domain of the state only.
Let me remind the leader of opposition, Haryana Assembly has earlier passed a law, and if he will refresh from his own party colleagues, that if you have more than 2 children, you can't contest panchayat elections.
No, let me now
his resolution.
Let me now take a decision. Yes, let me now take a decision, because legal luminaries are on both sides. They are arguing. I am not a legal luminary. But let me say, others are also there. On all sides, both sides means
common sense.
No, let me say.
Confused.
No, let me.
We are arguing in common sense.
Yeah, that's what I am saying. Now let me read the amendment. Now please help me to. No, I am not allowing anymore. I allowed you. No more, please. No more, anybody. Now see. Now please help me to take a decision. Because I have to take a decision. That is my duty. Let me read the amendment. That at the end of the motion, the following may be added. That is an amendment to the motion. It's an amendment to the motion. But regret that the address does not mention that the government is committed to securing the fundamental right of all citizens to contest elections at all levels, including to panchayats, to further strengthen the foundations of democracy, which also forms part of the basic structure of the Constitution and is consistent with the spirit of 73rd Amendment to the Constitution, intended to expand and encourage democratic participation of the poor and marginalized without imposing educational or any other limitation on the right to contest election. Now, prima facie, there is no mention of any state or any state legislature. This is a concern of the member who moved the motion. You see, if there was a direct mention of any legislature, then okay, we could have considered it in a different way. It is only a concern of a member concern of a member that certain things are not added into this. Of course, there is a valid explanation for why those things are not added, why those things need not be there. There is a valid explanation. That will be when that issue is considered. But that doesn't prevent the member who moved the amendment from expressing his view or putting it to vote. That is a common sense that tells me. Therefore, there is no harm in putting it to vote. Putting it to vote. No. Therefore, see, therefore, sit down. No, I am not allowing. I am putting. See, now I am putting the motion. See, now please. Now I am putting the amendment.
Chairman, please. Vice Chairman, please.
Now I am putting.
You put it whatever you want to do it, sir. But with our limited understanding, the leader of the opposition is a learned person. To my knowledge, right to contest an election. That also you have to settle. We are saying, mentioning it to thanks motion to the president, saying, right. I am not questioning the ruling here. Please try to understand. Have some patience. Be tolerant. Sir, the right to contest election at all levels.
That is only his concern. That is only his concern.
Just hear me. Rajya Sabha right to contest an election is not 18 years. Age, that is not a fundamental right. Simple, sir. You are ruling on that.
I agree with you.
His right to contest election is a fundamental right.
No, that is not. Yes, that is not fundamental. That is limited by the laws.
Yeah?
That is limited by the laws. I know that.
You have to say it, otherwise it is not
but this is the point is
people will laugh at us.
This is only
only
his
the
concern.
resolution says right to contest election is a fundamental right.
This is a concern of the member who moved that motion, which the House can reject it. With the House can reject.
Exactly. That's why, sir, I am coming to that point.
But I cannot reject.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Gulam Nabi ji.
Now, Venkaiah ji, that this is, I say, I agree with you. I am not disagreeing. But what I am saying is, this is the concern of a member, particular member, that this should have been, particular issue should have been considered. I am putting it to the House. House has every right to reject it. But I cannot reject it.
I agree with you.
I cannot reject it.
I agree with the
chair,
sir.
What I am saying.
Sir, as a Minister of Parliamentary Affairs,
I cannot reject
because we are setting up a new president, I am only requesting the leader of the opposition, who himself was a Parliamentary Affairs Minister earlier, any resolution which is not factually correct, please bear with me. I am not trying to score any point.
Even otherwise.
Sir, right of all the citizens to contest elections at all levels, fundamental right of all citizens to contest elections at all levels is not a factually or legally correct statement. So I request him either to correct it or
further
for amendment. That's my appeal.
I will also say one point.
Yes, sir.
No, if the House, I would request the indulgence of all members. Now, please, I would request the indulgence of all members. K.C. Tyagi ji, see, I would be very happy, the chair will be very happy if the House can send a unanimous resolution, unamended resolution to the Rashtrapati for his. I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy. But it is for the House to decide. Therefore, I have to put it to vote. But I'll be happy if we can make it unanimous. And therefore, now I am. I am asking him. I am asking him. Ghulam Nabi Azad. No, I am asking you, Ghulam Nabi Azad ji, I am asking you, in the light of all the explanation, and also in the light of the explanation given from this side and also from the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, and also the legal aspect of the question explained by the Finance Minister, and in the light of what I also said, would you withdraw the amendment?
Sir, in the light of the discussion, I have come to the conclusion that the poor people of this country have been deprived.
No, it's okay. You
from
only say
contesting.
withdraw or non-withdraw. You are not withdrawing.
That is the conclusion, and I am moving this resolution.
Okay, you are not withdrawing. So amendment is not withdrawn. I shall now put the amendment again to vote. Those in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. Okay. All right. Okay, division. Okay, division. Let the lobbies be cleared. Let the lobbies be cleared. You should come immediately. No, don't. If you go out, you cannot come. Once lobby is clear, you cannot come. To read it. Eh? Okay. Now, lobbies are cleared. Lobbies are cleared, I believe. Eh? Now, Secretary General will explain. Now, we explain the voting procedure. Secretary General will explain. Eh? No. Members are requested to take their respective seats. Don't change your seat. Yeah, they will not vote. Lok Sabha members will not vote.
Members don't vote here.
No, Lok Sabha members will not vote. Don't worry about that.
vote. Better than the
They will not vote.
Any citizen can contest. Any citizen can vote.
Okay.
Any citizen can vote. Open the doors and allow the citizens also.
You extend your argument to the House. Ghulam Nabi ji, you extend your argument to the House. Anybody can vote. Okay. Now, Secretary General will explain the procedure of voting.
Honorable members, for your convenience, I shall explain the voting procedure by automatic vote recording system. It may please be noted that each member has been provided with an integrated microphone and voting console containing 4 buttons: P for present, A for ayes, O for abstain, and N for noes. There is also a separately situated security button in red, which is vote activation, provided on the language selector. A red LED vote now lighting during the voting period indicates that the voting functions are operational and active. To record a vote, a member has to press the vote activation button and one of the voting buttons of his or her choice simultaneously. Each voting button has an assigned LED indicating the correct and valid voting function as long as the button is pressed together with the vote activation button. The voting process with a musical sound on large screen hall display in the two corners of the chamber. Each member has to keep the voting button as well as vote activation button pressed simultaneously for 10 seconds. That is at the time of closing of voting in order to register a valid vote. During the voting period, the member can change his or her vote at any time. The vote cast at the time when the voting period is ending will be valid. That is, the buttons kept pressed at the 10th second will be recorded. In case either one or both the buttons are released prior to close of voting period, the vote will not be registered. The countdown time is also indicated on the display board. If a member finds that he or she has voted by mistake by pressing the wrong button, he or she can be allowed to correct the mistake, provided he or she brings it to the notice of the chairman before the result of the division is announced.
Okay. Now, I shall now put the amendment number 305, moved by Sri Ghulam Nabi Azad to vote. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. No. I think the noes have it. Division.
Honorable members, I am starting the voting process. The voting time starts now.
Now please, results subject to correction. Ayes 94, no 61. The amendment number 305 is adopted. Therefore, I shall now put the motion as amended to vote. The question is that an address be presented to the President in the following terms: that the members of Rajya Sabha assembled in this session are deeply grateful to the President for the address which he has been pleased to deliver to both houses of parliament assembled together on February 23, 2016, but regret that the address, should I read the? But regret that the address does not mention that the government is committed to securing the fundamental right of all citizens to conduct election at all levels, including to panchayats, to further strengthen the foundations of democracy, which also forms part of the basic structure of the Constitution and is consistent with the spirit of 73rd Amendment to the Constitution, intended to expand and encourage democratic participation of the poor and marginalized without imposing educational or any limitation on the right to conduct elections. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted.
Lobbies to be opened.
Now, lobbies to be opened. No, not budget today. Motion has, yes. The motion as amended is passed. Yes. Yeah. Lobby clear.